It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Hey, this Intuit Dome, the new home of the Clippers, is going to be absolutely spectacular. It's built only for basketball and I think some concerts, but there's going to be no hockey there. There's going to be no, off-roading shows. I don't think the circus is coming. I think it's just for basketball. And from what I understand, every seat in that house is spectacular. Sort of like the sphere of basketball. And in the future, when people build their own stadiums in other cities, Seattle, Cleveland, Chicago, wherever it is, they are going to come out and look at the stadium and try to replicate it. This is going to be the most spectacular stadium to watch basketball ever. And it's right here in our backyard. That's terrific. That's great news. Big dog with this new stadium.
Spanning 26 acres of land and with close to 18,000 seats, this is a look inside the LA Clippers' new arena, Intuit Dome. For the past 25 years, the team has shared a venue with the LA Lakers. But now, the Clippers owner, Steve Ballmer's multi-billion-dollar passion project is changing the game.
So everybody's VIP.
Yeah,
when you come.
Everybody is VIP.
Everybody's VIP.
Everybody is VIP. And then these buttons allow us to interact with the Halo boards. And you can charge your cell phone, right? So you can check on the babysitter or get your Uber home. Everybody is VIP.
The woman leading the charge is CEO of Halo Sports and Entertainment, Gillian Zucker.
Is it safe to say that you can't find an arena like this place in the world?
I think that you can find pieces of this arena everywhere in the world because we traveled the world looking at arenas, exploring the types of things that the fans who were at those arenas loved.
Everybody is VIP.
This is huge.
A full acre of LED, two-sided, and it has a perfect view from every seat in the house.
Wow.
Everybody is VIP. There you are.
How about everything you need to know?
The Halo board. I heard you had to sort of go back and forth with Steve on it.
Everybody is VIP.
I said, this could really change everything for people. It could provide an opportunity for us to educate and entertain.
Woo.
Some of the letters on it are over 2 feet tall, so it is massive. And
love tall letters. Sorry.
Some of the letters on it are over 2 feet tall, so it is massive, and I think it's going to provide a pretty incredible experience.
Everybody is VIP.
Yeah, I like that slogan. Everybody is VIP.
Everybody is VIP.
At the Intuit Dome, we tested out everything from the Clippers practice facility
That's it.
to their upscale dining menu.
Okay, Stefoosh, this is where you and I shine here. They went out and they tested all the greatest food in the world and brought it into this dome, this Intuit Dome.
Featuring game day classics like chicken fingers.
They found the best chicken fingers in the world.
This is it.
Yeah.
The chicken fingers are juicy too. They're not dry.
So we tasted it.
That is key. Stefoosh, you will attest to that. The key to a good chicken finger is moisture.
Definitely.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's too dry, or you have to drown it in some type of dipping sauce.
Yeah, because then it just becomes a salt delivery system at that point.
Exactly.
Yeah, but these are going to they're going to be the best chicken fingers in the world.
This is it.
Yeah.
The chicken fingers are juicy too. They're not dry.
So we tasted about 20 different chicken fingers before we chose the supplier for it. We've spent a lot of time making sure that each of these food items is something that you're going to crave the next day.
And I had to get in on the sushi.
This is good.
Oh, Bellio, basketball arena sushi. You can step up from that gas station sushi you choke down.
Then it's a look at the view from the nosebleeds.
We mounted T-shirt cannons all along the top of the Halo board, and they move up and down so that every single seat in Intuit Dome has a chance to catch a T-shirt.
Hey, Bellio, somebody had an idea. I thought it was pretty good. That you do a podcast called Gas Station Sushi. I thought that was a terrific idea.
I think she would love that.
She's not in there?
Here, yeah.
Oh, she went down to the sushi bar?
I think so.
But she is the king of gas station sushi. Loves it. Unbelievable.
What's the problem?
Oh, she's there? Okay. Bellio, people want you to do a podcast about gas station sushi.
That's one episode.
Right, but I think you can go to different gas stations and get... What's your favorite gas station to get sushi at?
Sinclair.
Oh, you like the dinosaur one?
Yeah.
They have the best sushi?
I like their spicy tuna.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because they've got Sinclair spicy tuna sauce.
Oh, okay. All right. I like that. A little thin between pumps, to get your car in there. It's an old-fashioned gas station.
Yeah.
Built before big cars.
Yeah.
So it's a little thin. But I like that place, Sinclair.
You should try the sushi. It's really
Don't you
good.
get yelled at there?
I did get yelled at.
Why'd you get yelled at a gas station? You don't
Okay.
seem to be a person who gets yelled at a gas station.
I normally don't. I was washing my windshields, and I noticed there was some bugs on the hood of the car, so I started washing those off.
Oh, no. You're
and
washing
he came
your
out
car.
And he goes, no. We're not going to wash the car.
I'm with him. I've
But
seen
I don't
that.
normally do that. So there must be people like really washing their cars. If I got in trouble for that little thing.
We're not washing our cars.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah. I went to a Shell gas station. I think it was Shell. Yeah. Yeah, Shell. And there was one of those car washes that's attached to the gas station. And so I got my car washed and didn't totally blow dry it at the end. So I pulled up to the pump and I took about like 20 of those paper towels and I finished drying it. And the guy's like, no. We're not using paper towels to dry the car. And I go, yes, we are. That's exactly what we're doing. Because if you don't have enough blow time after that wash, then we're going to get some paper towel time. after that wash.
You didn't go through properly. You got to like.
Oh, I inch through.
Okay, yeah. You got to inch through.
I do.
You can't spend a bunch of time on the back end and then breeze through the front.
And I don't care who's behind me. I use all 60 seconds.
I do too.
Every second of that.
For those 60 seconds.
That's exactly right. Yeah. And at one point, a piece of the car wash came down and fell on top of the car.
Like a big piece, a heavy piece?
It was like 6 feet long by maybe 3 feet wide, 3 inches wide.
One of the brushes?
Well, I asked him, I said, buddy, I went inside and I took the piece with me. I said, buddy, this piece just came off your car wash and hit the top of the car. And he looks at it and he says, where did that happen? I said, inside your car wash. And he said, let me see. So I took him to the car wash. I go, I was right here when it came crashing down and I saw it. It hit the car and then it landed on the side. And he looks at me, he goes, this is a luggage rack from your car.
What a dope.
And I said, okay, all right.
Whoa.
Okay. Well, your car wash took it off. How about that?
That's good. You know what else you have to be careful of? You have to wait for the person that's in the wash to finish their wash before you put your coat in, because I put my coat in too early and the person in the wash got my wash. They got their wash and then my wash. And they knew they were done with their wash.
Man, you have a lot of action at gas stations.
Well, I spend a lot of time there.
You really are. You really move in, set up shop.
I take advantage of the perks.
Now, if somebody's drying their car, do you pull in and start your wash?
Not
I think
anymore.
it's rude to do, but
No,
some people
you gotta
do
let
it.
them finish.
No, some people do it. Some people come right in next to your bumper while you're drying, and then
next to your bumper?
They start their wash while you're drying. They do.
You can't do that.
They
it's
do.
not going to start until the dry is.
No, it does start. Well, even when you're drying,
It
the
does?
next wash will start. Yeah, that's a true story. True story.
Don't inch in there.
Yeah.
Let them have their time, please.
I went in to pay $20 in gas because I didn't have any, my credit card thing, so I didn't give him cash. So I give the guy cash. And then I'm walking, I'm like, oh, I want a bag of chips. And there was like 3 people in line. So I waited in line. I go out. The guy's just finishing my pump and takes off. He took my $20 worth of gas.
No way.
Yeah. And he just drove off. So I went to the back of the guy. I go, hey, this guy took my gas. He goes, oh, it's your fault. You should have, you paid for it. You got to run out there, make sure nobody does that. I said, all right. Now, lesson learned. Lesson learned. I bought a tank of gas for some clown over cheese puffs.
Hope they were worth it.
They're good. Those Cheetos cheese puffs. Not the crunchy small ones, but the big puffy ones.
Yeah.
Oh, they're great. They're terrific. But man, you can only have like 2 bags and then your stomach tightens up. It gets all
You like
full.
the puffy ones, do you?
Yeah,
Puffs.
the puffy ones are great. Yeah, they're really good. Especially when they're fresh. Like just open the bag. I could eat 10 bags of those. They're the best. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, don't forget at 6:45, Chargers Rams tickets for this Saturday's preseason game at SoFi Stadium.
Battle of L.A.
That's right, the big battle.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
You know what the San Fernando Valley needs? Orange County has a lot of them. When we went to Huntington Beach, we went to BJ's in Huntington Beach. I passed 2 or 3 of them on the way there. but a really nice, beautiful, high-end, modern car wash where you drive through yourself.
Oh, they like the automated ones?
Yeah. But the Burbank, there's not one in the valley that's worth anything. They're all broken down and mildewy and mossy, and those rags that come out and hit your car, they're like bricks.
And when you get through the end of it, if you look at your car, there's a strip of dirt that it just completely missed all the way down.
And then the whole thing is wet. It's like, a kid with a blow dryer at the end.
The towel just wafted.
Yeah, horrible. But they need a really good self, car wash in the valley. And I don't see any, but Orange County has a lot of them. They're beautiful. But Orange County has a lot going on, man. Every time I drive down there, everything looks new. Everything looks brand new in Orange
beautiful.
County. It really is.
Thank you.
Streets are wide, and the lights are all synced up where if you're on beach and you hit them just right, you can go almost all the way to the beach without stopping. They synced all the lights up. And that's really cool. All right, Home Depot is in the news. What's going on with Home Depot? I hope it's good news. I think it is.
Home Depot is lowering sales expectations for the coming year due to a decline in consumer spending. The company reports sales at stores open at least a year may have fallen between 3% and 4% this year compared to last. That drop is due to several factors, including less spending on home improvement projects and concerns over the economy. Home Depot's finances are often a leading indicator for nationwide consumer spending and the housing market.
All right. I love that Home Depot, man. I enjoy that. The smell of Home Depot and Lowe's. I like them both.
Do they have sushi there?
They don't.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what man, they missing out on people like you sliding in there and getting that hardware store sushi.
I would stay longer.
Yeah, they have fresh cut flowers though. You'll like that.
Yeah,
you'll enjoy that. And I know where the browser bin, the clearance is on every store. That's the first place my wife and I go. Is clearance.
What kind of stuff do you find in there?
Lamps, hardware that has been opened or whatever. String for your weed whacker. All kinds of stuff. Yeah, old tile. That has been the box has been opened up. The clearance is great. I like clearance, either at Walmart, Home Depot, or Lowe's. I like getting in there, sliding in there. All right, the Golden Bachlorette. Ladies and gentlemen, now there's going to be I guess, an old woman doing this, right? Wasn't it an old man last time?
Yeah, a mature man. Now that there will be a mature woman.
Mature. All right.
In the meantime, another reality TV news. Here are the 24 men who have been selected to take part in the upcoming season of the Golden Bachlorette.
Woo.
Several are from here in Southern California.
Okay, all right. We got some homers in there.
But they come from all around the U.S., and their resumes are as varied as a rancher, a chiropractor, a caterer, a girl dad. The gentlemen will do their best to impress Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos.
Is that her name?
Joan Vassos.
What's she like? Is she any good? Joan Vassos?
I haven't seen. I'll have to look into that.
She still got it all together? Joan Vassos?
Obviously.
And how old is Joan? She in her 70s? And what is she looking for?
Hold on. Let me look. She's looking for love.
Guy who's not at hospice? Guy who's... Well, it's the Golden Bachelorette.
Joan Vassos, they will all step into the spotlight here on ABC 7 starting Wednesday, September 18th.
Oh, we got to watch that. The Golden Bachelorette.
Because the last one worked out so well.
Yeah, that's right. They're going to...
What, they make it a month?
She's 61.
The mansion is a hospice. That's weird. She's 61?
Yes, I believe she was on the Golden Bachelor. She was one of the contestants.
Oh, okay. All right.
She's beautiful.
Okay. All right. We didn't get to the story because I was distracted, but Waymo, those driverless cars, there's a problem with them.
That sound of honking is waking up neighbors lately in this South of Market neighborhood.
I get woken up at, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I look down, and I'm convinced now it is coming from the Waymos.
Neighbors shared videos of driverless Waymo cars filing into the lot and backing into spots, which appears to trigger honking from the other Waymos.
The cars are robotic, and they're honking at each other, and there's no one in the cars.
Why are they honking at each other? What's going on there where the Waymos are honking at each other?
It's happening, and that's absurd.
That, I think, is the most frustrating thing about this, is that There's just nobody to talk to. And even at the corporate level, I'm finding it difficult, not impossible.
Neighbors say they've reported this to Waymo and are now taking to social media to get the company's attention. In a statement, Waymo says it's aware its cars may briefly honk while navigating its parking lots. Waymo says it has identified the cause and is in the process of implementing a fix. But these residents say they want to see a more neighborly response from the new autonomous vehicle company on the block.
We love having them there. We just would like them to stop honking their horn at 4 a.m. repeatedly.
Yeah, I'm with them. That would drive me absolutely nuts, especially if you live around, apartments in a dense area. To hear that all night long is crazy, just crazy. We have time for this? I think we do. Guy got his ass stung off by bees.
Dice el doctor que estoy vivo de milagro. Doctors told Antonio Moreno it's a miracle he's alive.
Wow.
After he was stung more than 200 times by a swarm of bees.
Woo! You know what it's like to get stung once? Man, that gets all your attention when a bee stings you.
The attack happened last Friday afternoon when Moreno and his 12-year-old son went to feed their horses. He says the horse was tied up and my son said to me, "Dad, a bee is stinging the horse." I went and untied him and told my son to move away. Moreno says suddenly the bees got aggressive and began to swarm. He says we fled to the street and took the horses with us, but the bees followed us onto the street and kept stinging me.
No.
But 2 other horses remained tied up. Moreno tried to go back for them until he says everything began to close up. My throat closed up and my heart felt like it was going to explode. Moreno was rescued by the property owner and her boyfriend who dragged him into their home. As he began to lose consciousness, he called his friend Jorge Pinedo.
He told me to bring a trailer so I can get the horses out, and I showed up right away and get the 2 horses out.
How about that guy? Worried about stung 200 times and still has a big enough heart to worry about these horses.
Firefighters in protective gear tried to save the 2 other horses, dousing them in foam to subdue the bees. One had already succumbed to the venom. The other horse fell to the ground and died as rescuers tried to load her into a trailer. Moreno and his son, Mateo, were taken to the hospital. The 12-year-old was not injured in the attack.
Man, everybody's crazy. Even the bees are crazy in Southern California. Everybody's gone nuts.
But Moreno was left in critical condition. He says people need to pay more attention and be careful with bees because they can be dangerous. Moreno is now home and recovering, his neck and arms bearing the wounds left by stingers. As for what caused the bees to go on the attack that day, everything was normal like every other day. Suddenly, the bees just lit up. If you encounter bees, it's best to get away from the area and allow bee experts to do the abatement.
Yeah, easier said than done. Right? When bees are stinging your ass off, everyone wants to get away. But man, 200 stings is crazy. That's a lot.
Killed the horses.
Yeah, killed both horses. All right, we have about 15 minutes away from our big giveaway. Chargers, Rams tickets this Saturday at SoFi Stadium. Listen to all the games on Alt 98.7.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
There was a very funny stand-up comedian named Brody Stevens, and I think he was 49 at the time, suffering from bipolar, probably massive depression, and unfortunately, he took his life. But his friends continue to remember him. They put together the Brody Stevens Festival of Friendship, and it's going to be August 17th. That's this weekend at 1 p.m., and we have one of his good pals, Tommy Godlove, is with us. Tommy, how you, bub?
Hey, ding dong with you.
Ding dong with you. You know, I never got to see Brody in person. I've gone back to see a lot of his stuff, and he was a very funny guy, very original. One of the best lines was when he says he's such an intense person he gets BO in the shower.
Absolutely. He had all those little quirky things. He would say he got road rage in the car wash. So he just was a larger than life guy. We loved him. And he was compared to Andy Kaufman because he was just a unique guy that you would never see another person on stage like him. He was so original. And we just want to continue celebrating his life. And we have Brody Fest this weekend. We have a walk. We have a comp. Yeah. So it's going to be a beautiful day in Reseda, and we want to welcome everybody in the surrounding cities to come out celebrate his life and the Valley.
And you know, while he was 49, it seems like his career was just sort of taking off. I remember seeing he was on Conan O'Brien. He was on Jimmy Kimmel. He did the Late Show with Craig Kilborn. He was just sort of, I thought getting into his own with his podcast, and then depression and bipolar got him, and it was horrible. And evidently, a lot of his friends never saw that in him. They knew he was intense, but they never knew he was suffering from that kind of depression.
Yeah, a lot of his comedy was very vulnerable. He was very honest on stage. A lot of stuff that he talked about on stage was, not mental illness, but anxiety. He would make jokes about it. So, like me, it would resonate with me. And he was larger than life guy. He was on a lot of shows with Zach Galifianakis from the Hangover. So he was like Adam Sandler, like Zach. What would he do? He would put him in all his movies, and he was just a great guy. And unfortunately, I mean, he took his life 5 years ago, and it just left a huge hole in the comedy community. And we just want to celebrate his life and say, like, hey, let's break the stigma of mental health, because a lot of comedians, they don't have the insurance. They're pretty much independent contractors. So we want to raise money for comedians. And that's when Comedy Kids Back comes in, and we're able to raise money. So if comedians need help for services like mental health or any kind of financial services, we're able to provide that for them. And that's why we have the Brody Fest, is to raise money for that.
And it's going to be this weekend, Saturday, I believe, at Reseda Park, which is Victory and Reseda.
Yeah, Victory and Reseda Park. There's a Dodger Dream Field right there. That's where we're going to have our first Comedians versus Comedians softball.
Oh, that's cool.
We're going to have City Council member Bob Bloomfield out there. He's going to be speaking. We're going to see if he's going to want to play the baseball. We're going to have the walk. And also, we're going to have some people out there to discuss mental health and help people with that. And we just want to have a great old time. And we're going to walk around Reseda, the high school where Brody played baseball at. And right across the street at Firehouse is the mural that we had painted for him 2 years ago. Oh, cool. And it's just a beautiful day, Yeah, and then also we're going to have... Go ahead.
He was a terrific pitcher at Reseda. I mean, on several occasions, he had 10 strikeouts in a high school game. That's a lot.
Yeah, and then he went on to play at ASU.
Yeah.
So he has a lot of people that he knew in sports and all that. So it's not just comedy people he knew. He knew a lot of people in sports and television and movies and stuff. So, and then also on 818 Day, August 18th, the next day on Sunday, we're going to have a benefit show for him at the Comedy Store that he spent 25 years at as a stand-up comedian, honing his craft. And we have a lot of cool people there. We got Jay Moore, Jeff Garland, Byron Bowers, Doug Benson, and it's the Comedy Store. Anybody will show up. Somebody might just pop in and do a 15-minute set, and you never know who could show up there.
All right, so it's this weekend, Saturday at the Reseda Park, 1 o'clock check-in, 2 p.m. walk, and there's the softball game starts, I think, at 5 p.m. that day. And then Sunday, the 18th, at the Comedy Store, and that's on Sunset. I believe 8433 Sunset. Okay. But that's great. People want more information. Where do they go online?
They can search Comedy Gives Back. There's a lot of links right there, and they'll take you to all the events and how you can purchase tickets. If you want to donate to Comedy Gives Back, if you're not able to be there, all the money goes towards Comedy Gives Back and comedians that need help.
Buddy, you're doing a great job for your pal. I'm sure you miss him every day, and I hope a ton of people show up.
Thank you, Tim. I love you. You're the greatest, man. Ding dong with you.
Ding dong with you, buddy. All right, the Brody Stevens Festival of Friendship this Saturday at Reseda Park, 2 p.m. is the walk, 5 p.m. is the softball game. And then Sunday at 8 p.m. at the Comedy Store, a big festival there as well. So maybe you can go to both, Saturday and Sunday, and get your Brody Stevens on.
I really liked him.
Yeah, he was very funny, man.
Great funny man.
Really original guy. I remember one of the other things he said, he's such an angry guy. He said his goosebumps always turned into whiteheads. That's an intense guy. All right. When we come back, we'll be giving away Chargers-Rams tickets for this Saturday at SoFi Stadium.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
We have our lucky winner. He won tickets to the Chargers-Rams game this Saturday at SoFi Stadium. Justin Herbert and the Bolts take on the Rams. They got Jim Harbaugh there as their coach at the Chargers. You can hear all the games on Alt 98.7 or go get tickets. Go to chargers.com/tickets. Chargers.com/tickets. And a guy named Richard from West Hills won. Is he still with us? Or is he hung up? Or we hung up on him, I guess.
Oops.
That's all right. So, Richard, congratulations. He won tickets from West Hills. And he's going to the Chargers. Going to see those Chargers. 4 o'clock this weekend, this Saturday, at SoFi Stadium. That is a cool deal. All right, there's a big, huge Disney celebration, Disney convention. It's called D23, and it's going to expand. Right now, it's just in L.A. or in Anaheim, and I think they're going to expand it and have international D23s. Find out what's going on.
It's been a monumental event for Disney fans with surprises and entertainment, parks, and beyond.
I went down to that D23 about maybe 7 or 8 years ago. That is a cool deal. That is a cool deal. D23.
One of the biggest.
You were gone forever.
Moana and Maui returning to the big screen. Dwayne Johnson giving GMA a tease to his character Maui's newest song.
Can I get a chee-hoo? Can I get a chee-hoo? I think I'm breaking the news right now on GMA.
Do you want to put a little music to that, a little sound to that?
Let me hear a chee-hoo.
Disney revealing other highly anticipated trailers that are already racking up millions of views online.
Shall we?
With Agatha all along.
So whistle while you work.
Oh, what a song, huh?
So whistle while you work.
Snow White. And Return to the Savannah with Mufasa.
What's your name?
Mufasa.
Roaring with a whopping 9 million views.
Wow.
As for the park's spectacular plans, revealing 14 new attractions, including a Coco ride, expansion of the Avenger experience, and the first ever Spider-Man thrill coasters, and an all-new Indiana Jones attraction, plus 6 new lands and areas.
They're going to build the first Monsters, Inc. land in a Disney park.
Wow.
Including one of the most exciting reveals.
We are building a villain's land at the Magic Kingdom.
And expanding from land to sea with 4 new cruise ships.
Yeah, that's where you get in on all the things that are future Disney. Go to D23, and they talk about 5, 10, 15 years in advance. Now, for some people that don't know this, people think that Goofy, the character Goofy from Disney, is not a dog. What?
Gosh, all I had to do was do what I knew that Goofy sounded like.
Apparently, Disney's beloved character Goofy is not a dog, and now we're questioning everything in life. Bill Farmer has lent his voice to Mickey's best pal since 1987, and now the actor is revealing that Goofy is indeed not a dog.
Well, then what is he? He's not a dog.
While appearing on the Popcorn podcast with Lee and Tim, Bill says,
Pluto he's a regular dog. He's a bloodhound, one of a pair of bloodhounds in a very early, I think, 1930 cartoon with Mickey as Mickey's dog. And so he's just drawn as a dog and became kind of Mickey's pet over the years.
God, this guy sounds like Goofy when he's just talking.
And became kind of Mickey's pet over the years, whereas Goofy just kind of became this man dog, this creature. He's kind of Goofus Canis, I think, is what it is. He's not a dog, but he's a canine. So it's kind of like a wolf is not a dog, but it's a canine. Same thing. Goofus Canis, that's what he is. Or he's a mog. He's a man dog.
The voice actor has made similar comments in past years. In 2021, in response to a fan debate on the matter, he tweeted, quote, Goofy is certainly not a cow, neither is he a dog. The actor also said in a 2020 interview that Goofy's not a dog.
All right, there you go. Controversy continues with Goofy. dog or not. Who knows? All right, let's get real quickly before we get to Mo Kelly. It looks like Temecula might get involved with the Olympics here.
Nested in the middle of the rolling hills of Temecula Valley is a venue about to be put on the world stage during LA 28.
That's cool. It's crazy. It's unbelievable.
Robert Keller House is the general manager at Galway Downs, a 242-acre facility known not just for its premium multi-purpose venue, but for hosting large international events.
Excellent. Temecula might get the equestrian events for the Olympics. All right, Mo Kelly joins us. How you, bub?
Doing good. Good to see you.
Always nice to see you. I think that you were probably the catalyst in them canceling those SoFi concerts. I heard you talk about that on the air. Those are done.
I know I didn't help.
That's right.
I added to the negative press. I'll at least take credit for that.
And as the crow flies, how many miles are you from SoFi?
Oh, 3 miles at most.
And you heard it like it was next door?
Next door.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was saying, like, it's not a bass frequency issue. It's a volume issue.
That's right. They heard it on the beach in Manhattan Beach.
And that's not an exaggeration.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's about maybe 6 or 7 miles west of.
Right. And what time did that go on till? Was it all night?
Oh, it was all night. It was Saturday and Sunday all night.
So the people that were staying, the people lived, there's homes right, I guess, east of the Great Western Forum. Mm-hmm. That must have been unbelievable.
I think it went out in a 360-degree radius. Anyone within earshot of that had to have been bothered and impacted by it.
So that's done.
That's done. No outdoor concerts at the SoFi lot anymore.
It is over. What's on the big show tonight, bub?
Well, speaking of something similar to that, the Intuit Dome opens this week in Inglewood. We'll talk about that beyond just the Clippers playing games there. They will have concerts in addition to that, so we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, I think Maniscalco's there this weekend. So a very funny comedian. But it's supposed to be a spectacular place to see again.
It's supposed to be fan-centric. It's supposed to be for patrons. It's supposed to be the ideal place to see anything or enjoy a sporting event.
Right. And they didn't, from what I understand, they didn't choose the chicken fingers based on the cost, but based it on flavor.
So they say. Hopefully, I want to get there and be able to find out for myself. Yeah. I have to walk through the place.
I'd like to go this weekend. All right, buddy. I'll be listening. Mo Kelly, the Toll Crew up next. Right here on KFI AM 640.
Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.